We had an individual that was trying to put it together, but she was a little too junior. She didn't really understand the business implications of things. And so it was a lot of things like pulling Google alerts and, trying to make some sense of it, but there wasn't anything consistent. It's incredibly time consuming, and yet even the information that they were able to find, it's very difficult to know where to be able to find this information, all these back alleys and cul-de-sacs and everything. And unmarked lanes, and that's pretty much what we're able to get with the Crayon intel.
I think it's giving us the opportunity, like I said earlier, to spend less time actually digging for information and more time thinking about what it means to the company. And then when you start expanding your product portfolio or service portfolio, there's additional competitors you need to monitor and markets you need to pay attention to, and it just starts to it's exponential in terms of what you're trying to track and monitor. For companies that are expanding and growing and developing a strong portfolio, the need for something like this is significant.
There's what they will tell you as a private company, and then there's what Crayon Intel can find out for you by, their little crawlers and finding stuff. And we sent it to the product management team, and they're like, wow, like half of the stuff that you found, Alex, was not anything that they had found. And they've been like really researching this. They'll just show you like, this is over here, but there was a whole bunch of stuff in the underground that we were able to get. How much time do you think you put into it now? So we had one individual with 40 hours on a weekly basis, and we're down to...
I'd say 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah.
If you're monitoring publications, if you're monitoring Google alerts, it still doesn't give you the information of changes to websites of your competitors.
It's a more complete picture. When you think about the stuff, the blog posts they're publishing and the things they're tweeting out, and when you look at the news that you see through Google alerts and through publications, you can kind of tie it together, not just what they're announcing in their press release, but then what are they writing about on their website, what are they changing, which people are, executive team leadership changes, things like that. We would never really notice that if we didn't have Crayon.
Right.
So it just gives us such a more complete picture of what they're announcing and how they're kind of positioning it, and messaging it, and marketing it to their audience.
Where we are now is with the advent of Crayon is that we have the data and it's business, and then we're able to actually present a more comprehensive view of the competitive situation on a daily basis.
Everything is moving so quickly, especially in our space, especially in the last year. Having to invest that bulk of time once or twice a year is just not going to cut it. We need to be informing the teams at a much more rapid pace. So
Good point.
It's helping us be much more efficient and keep them knowledgeable so they can be more effective in their jobs too.
I feel like this, in an intelligence standpoint, makes you a better marketer because you're able to see in a more comprehensive fashion what's going on outside of your own little bubble that we're all living in. So I feel like our information is based on better information. The validity of the data is of a much higher quality, and it's data, not opinion. It's a great product. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
I remember the first report came over. I was looking over Lisa's shoulder. I was like, ooh, oh, they can get that? I'm like, oh my God, where has this been?